Buckle your seats. We're in for some transformational breathwork journeys. 0% fluff, 100% scientifically grounded. It is a type of active meditation that uses controlled hyperventilation. It can change your state of consciousness so that you can explore your emotions from today, yesterday, or even 30 years ago. You can also explore the emotions of your family and the society as a whole, which is how we all work and interact. Unconsciously suppressed emotions wire your brain in a dysfunctional way, which has negative consequences in your daily life. Untangling these blind spots somatically through breathwork workshops allows you to let go of these feelings and internal blocks, allowing you to finally move on and improve your life. Journey objectives: to curate experiences for clients that lead to healing, growth, and transformation. Journey benefits include trauma release, somatic healing, subconscious reframing of negative and limiting beliefs, new insights, ahas, perspective shifts, nervous system regulation, mood and emotional regulation, attaining new direction and clarity, feeling more alive, peaceful, calm, centered, achieving altered states of consciousness, sometimes psychedelic in nature, feeling more positive, upbeat, excited about life, free from old traumas, broken relationships, deep feelings of fear and sadness. This list is not all-inclusive. Everyone's experience is unique to them. Somatic healing, also known as somatic experiencing, developed by Dr. Peter Levine, addresses trauma and stress-related disorders by focusing on physiological responses to traumatic events. This body-oriented therapy helps clients identify, observe, and release bodily sensations and tensions from past traumas. Facilitators assist clients in developing body awareness, enabling safe and gradual trauma processing. This approach, grounded in the body's innate healing capacity, effectively treats trauma-related symptoms like PTSD, anxiety, and chronic pain by fostering a mind-body connection and restoring nervous system resilience. Journey foundations. So transformational breathwork foundations include integrated breathing, transient hypofrontality, Theta Brainwave State, the Wheel of Trauma, and the 4 stages of awakening. Integrated breathing, also known as conscious connected breathing, a potent, safe, and natural healing process which utilizes conscious breathing patterns to induce healing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. As we expand the quality and quantity of breath in our body, healing energy is intensified. We'll practice one of the techniques at the end of the presentation. Transient hypofrontality is quite a mouthful, but here's the science. 15 to 20 minutes of controlled hyperventilation pushes carbon dioxide, which is a vasodilator of the blood, out of the blood to constrict the blood vessels intentionally. The 60 to 70,000 miles of blood vessels are prevented from flowing to the prefrontal cortex, the front of the brain, and other bodily extremities by up to 40%. This completely deactivates alpha and beta brainwaves focused thought and then activates theta brainwaves mental flexibility. With theta activated, coaches offer opportunities for clients to reframe limiting and or negative beliefs to transform their lives. Synonyms include flow state or runner's high for you athletes out there. You guys have experienced this at least once or twice. Experiences include timelessness, living in the here and now, reduced external awareness, peacefulness, being less analytical, a feeling of floating, feeling of unity with the self and everything. Theta brainwave, also known as a state of hypnosis or the flexible sponge mindset. Kids, we call them sponges. Ages 1 to 7. We are predominantly in theta, and also when we are awaking and falling asleep, we are also in theta. That's why we have our hypnosis tracks on in the morning and or at night. Experiences include vivid visualizations, great inspiration, profound creativity, and exceptional insight. The benefits are higher levels of intuition and creativity, reduces anxiety and stress, strengthens the immune system, helps to control the subconscious mind, grants the ability to hyperfocus, and facilitates better emotional connection. The trauma wheel, the path one must journey through in order to transcend trauma. So we have a trauma, and then we create a tragedy around that trauma. In order to transcend that trauma, we must go through it and transform it. So trauma, an event, situation, or circumstance that causes an undesired experience and is left unprocessed. Tragedy, the fictional, negative, and or limiting beliefs about the trauma preventing healing and growth. Transformation, trauma is finally processed and realized as a gift wrapped in transformation. And transcendence, trauma is accepted and appreciated as necessary in order to grow and evolve. Okay, the 4 stages of awakening. I find this an incredible tool to assess where people are, where I am on this ladder. So the bottom of the ladder, bottom of the totem pole is victimhood. This is where we blame others and we take zero accountability for our actions and the reality we're creating. And then we have empowered. This is where we begin setting and achieving our goals. We stew in this long enough and then we realize that surrender leads to unconditional faith in the process. And then we stew in this a little longer and then we eventually awaken to realize life is living through us, by us, and for us. So be the creator of your life, not the manager of your circumstances. Journey effects. So these are common effects that may occur during transformational breathwork. So we have physical, emotional, and mental. Physical effects. So this is the gas exchanges triggering different sensations in the body. First on the list is called tetany. This is when the hands cramp up. It's also called lobster claw on the street. Short-term blood vessel constriction due to the limited circulation. It's actually a good sign you're going all in and the energy is being released from the body. So don't be afraid of it. It's not permanent. It's completely natural. You may also experience dizziness, lightheadedness, tingling, all natural and safe. You may also forget to breathe, which is totally fine, all good. Just jump back into the technique as soon as you can. This is the effects of Theta Brainwave taking you off into dreamland. Emotional effects. You want emotions to come up. If they do not push them down. If they don't, no, that doesn't mean you aren't healing. Sometimes you need to dig a little deeper than others. Up to 14 generations of your ancestors have passed down their trauma to you with your DNA. There was a study done on mice, and they traumatized a mouse, and they paired the trauma with the scent of a flower. And then they let the mouse breed up to 14 generations, and then all they did was introduce the flower to the 14th generational baby, and the baby had a trauma response just by the smell of the flower. So we have a lot of work to do. Whatever comes up is energy being released. Pushing it down stifles the healing process. Just let it all out. It's all good. The process, so close your eyes for a second, and just visualize a challenge in your life right now, encapsulated in a bubble in front of your face. So if something comes up, visualize yourself breathing into it. Just breathe into this challenge. Don't shy from it, don't neglect it, don't run from it, don't avoid it. And we're not doing any of those things in this practice. Now I want you to aim to the other side of it by breathing through it. Now we're embracing, we're integrating, we're appreciating. That's the practice we're doing. Emotional effects continued. Every ignored feeling is embedded in the body as tension. Every suppressed emotion becomes locked in as pain. Every self-defeating thought is registered in the body and can manifest as stress, anxiety, and eventually disease. If you feel like you need to cry, shake, or move, go for it. It's completely your journey. Whatever you do, just allow the technique to do its thing. Your only job is to breathe, so just fully commit to just doing the breathing, and you're going to have a wonderful experience. Mental effects. Until transient hypofrontality is achieved, so until this prefrontal cortex shuts down, your monkey mind and or your ego is going to try to distract you, slow you down, tell you it's too hard, that you can't do it. Just don't listen. It's totally fine. You know, that's what it's designed to do. It's meant to keep you safe. It's meant to keep you comfortable. And by intentionally activating fight or flight, we're really leaning into a lot of discomfort. So just say, hey, I got this. It's okay. Don't worry. And after the first 15 to 20 minutes, it'll fall asleep. So just breathe, be curious, and surrender in faith to the process. Journey contraindications. So these are health risks. Transformational breathwork is not suitable for everybody. If you have cardiovascular problems, high or abnormal blood pressure, a history of aneurysms, epilepsy, or seizures, anyone on heavy medication or severe psychiatric symptoms, particularly psychosis, paranoia, or bipolar, if you have osteoporosis, have gone through a recent surgery, have glaucoma, if you're pregnant, or anyone experiencing an emotional or spiritual crisis. If you have or have ever had any of the conditions on the list, you should talk to a doctor before trying these journeys. This list is not all-inclusive. If you have a question about a condition you may have had that is not on this list, please go consult a physician before attempting these experiences. It's important to note that pregnancy is the only true condition here where in any capacity you should not be doing a transformational journey. Any other condition can just slow down on the breathing, pull back on the intensity, but if you truly feel more comfortable consulting a physician before experiencing it, please do so. Okay, the journey track itself. Transformational breathwork is like riding a roller coaster. So there's multiple paths. So the first path, we warm up. This is the first 15 to 20 minutes to shut down the prefrontal cortex. Second is climbing a mountain. This is where we pick up the intensity and the speed of the breathing. Third is where we rest and reflect. We close our mouth, we breathe through our nose, we calm our nervous system. Fourth is where we finally integrate and recover in silence with beautiful music. The audio layers: empowering coaching, encouraging vocals, the breather sound effect, which is the slowest recommended rate. If you feel comfortable, you're welcome to go faster. Binaural beats, musical playlist, and the whole track is tuned to 432 Hz. Technical aspects include a variety of active breathing techniques, breath holds, and manufactured screams to really get all that somatic energy out of the body. So my go-to active breathing technique is euphoric breathing. I utilize the others as well, but you'll notice the first few levels are all euphoric breathing techniques. This is the 2-part inhale all through the mouth. All the work is done on the inhales. The first inhale goes into the belly, second inhale into the chest, and then the exhale is relaxed and just falls away using zero force. Another important note is that 99% of the day should be slow nose breathing. But in these sessions, we mouth breathe to activate the energy in the body and release DMT, dopamine, and serotonin in the brain. I also find puckering the lips helps me minimize the onset of dry lips. Last couple slides. Journey pointers. Don't worry about the speed. Follow the breather sound effect at first. If you go too fast too soon, you'll gas yourself out in 5 minutes. Also, don't overcomplicate the technique. If you overthink it, just focus on deep breaths in through your mouth and expand your belly in all directions. If it becomes too intense, just close your mouth. Do a few deep breaths in and out through your nose into your belly. This will quickly shift you from the fight or flight nervous system into rest and digest nervous system and calm your heart rate. If you want to go deep, breathe deep, full acceptance, full surrender, no expectations, and be as present as possible. Remember, you're the captain of your ship. Keep your hand on the wheel, foot on the gas, or put it on the brake. You're in full control of your journey. I'm merely facilitating an experience for you to heal yourself. The music playlist I've selected is also like a roller coaster. It's going to start slow, it's going to go medium, and it's going to go hard in the middle, and then slows and calms down throughout the second half. So pace yourself. If you want to go full out, speed up your breath. If you find it's too much, slow down your breath. No matter what, keep breathing deeply through your mouth and expand in all directions. And that's it. If you haven't experienced a transformational breathwork journey before, I encourage you to dive into your Level 1 module, Reframing Negative and Limiting Beliefs, Transformational Breathwork Journey with Breath Heroes. Until the next one.
Be free. Your boundless potential. By working together, each of us can achieve our greatest potential and realize our most ambitious goals.